So good day everyone, I am Marilyn Espino and I am going to continue the presentation of Miss Angelica Pucayan. So our topic is climate change and the energy crisis. So since she already discussed the two driving forces of climate change, which are the natural phenomena and the human activities. So she already started discussing the two environmental problems due to human activities, which is the rise in global temperature and rise in ocean temperature. So now let's proceed to the El Nino. So El Nino is very known, especially here in the Philippines, because of our climate. So El Nino is the changes in atmospheric circulation near the equatorial Pacific. Warm spells and droughts in nearby countries intensify, which means the temperature in the atmosphere suddenly rise or niinit siya og taman, which causes drought o paglikiliki sa yuta. And this is very a disadvantage especially in agriculture because plants cannot receive sufficient nutrients from soil because the soil has no longer sufficient nutrients to provide to plants especially wala na kayo siya moist or wala na siya tubig. So it can cause kaning mamatay or madry ang mga plants. And this is very known here in the Philippines. So that is El Nino. Galing tungod sa kainit sa temperature sa atmosphere, it will resort to nga kaning magliki-liki gali ang yuta sa kaning atmosphere. The next is, the fourth one is the melting of ice sheets. So wala na siya stoa but na siya especially sa Antarctica, South and North Pole. So Antarctica is losing ice mass at an average rate of about 136 billion tons per year. So dako jud kayo per year ang makuha or malagas nga part sa ice sheets sa Antarctica. Why? So may common reasons why nga magmelt ang mga ice sheets dito. So one factor ani is pag-increase sa temperature diri sa ato ang atmosphere, pag-increase sa temperature inside here sa Earth. Kay tungod ani, di ba, too much heat really can melt ice. So that is one of the factor kaning pag climate change sad. So usa ta siya sa kaning mga natural phenomena. Then glacial retreat. The fifth one is glacial retreat. So glacial retreat refers to the process where glaciers lose more snow and ice through melting than they gain, leading to a reduction in their size and mass. So the phenomenon is primarily driven by atmospheric warming and has significant impacts on water availability, ecosystems, and economic sectors like tourism and mining. So in glacial retreat, it is connected sa katong melting of ice sheets. So kani glacial retreat kay sa na may part diri sa Earth nga ang ecosystem is kaning involved siya ice, and it really can kaning affect sa mga namuyo dito ecosystem ana nga part. Kay if mo decrease ang ice nila, is there are possibilities nga kaning mga matay ang mga kaning species nga nagpuyo dito nga dapit. Then glacial retreat means nga mas daghan ang percent or mas dako ang percent nga nalanay ang ice compare sa pagbalik or pag-restore at niya. So mas dako ang percent sa paglanay compare sa pagbalik sa ice nga nawala sa kanang certain portion or kanang certain place sa kanang part nga naay mga ice. Then next is decreasing snow cover. Records from the last 5 decades show that spring snow cover is disappearing earlier in the year than it did in the past. So the area of snow-covered ground is declining most rapidly in June, a month when historically Siberia, Alaska, and northern Canada remain partially snow-covered. So which means this is still connected sa katunto nga kaning reason or kaning two environmental problems due to human activities. Not human activities but natural phenomena wherein naglanay ang ni-decrease ang amounts of snow. So it really is a factor kay nga naman once nga sige og kalanay ang snow, kay asa man mapunta ang water nga gikan sa snow, diba? Adto na siya mapunta sa dagat. So that's why the sea level is rising. So once nga sige pa na siya og ganing melt, sig melt ang water mapunta sa sea, mao na nga mutaas ang water or water level sa dagat. And it is really still a factor. Then dere na connect ang rise in sea level. So, due to melting of ice, kaning sige ka-melt ang ice, ang water nga naa sa kaning gikan sa snow is mapunta siya sa tubig dagat, maunang mutaas ang sea level. And there are possibilities, katong mga small island nga kaning supposedly dili sila makita kay kaning tungod sa pagtaas sa sea level kay matabunan na sila. So, we have here the causes and effects of climate change on energy. So the heavy use of fossil fuels drives climate change, which in turn threatens global energy production as demand rises, especially in developed and developing countries, like power plants, mainly hydroelectric and thermoelectric, face challenges due to reduced water availability caused by rising temperature, droughts, and heat waves. Studies predict a significant decline in energy output by 2040 to 2069, with 60% of such plants affected. Power generating plants rely heavily on specific water temperatures and availability, particularly for cooling in the thermoelectric systems. These climate-related impacts are expected to reduce the annual capacities of both hydropower and thermoelectric plants. So, causes and effects of climate change on energy. So, due to climate change, diba? If we say climate change, kay sudden shift of the not temperature but the climate in that specific area. So, if we say nga climate change, diba na may climate change nga perting inita na perting uwana, the effect of these can cause kay kaning mga human activities or natural phenomenons. If we say effects kay kuan siya, for example kay kanang mga El Nino, ang effect na niya is kaning mag-drought, which resort to nga kaning insufficient ang source sa water. So ang kanani is ang agriculture maapektaran, or katong mga nagamit mga certain place nga nagamit og hydroelectric power, or ang ilang gisaligan is water source or tubig para maka-create of power. So that is one of the examples sa kaning sa energy. And as sa usap ana is sa kaning tapos kanang sudden heat waves, like specific water, kay mostly sa ubang country kay kanila binining mga deserted gali kayo nga place, kay they often try to get power through water or mga heat nya. Kaning kung dili makontrol ang climate change or mas ma-worsen pa ang climate change, then there is a possibility that kaning ang ilang source of power is mawala na or manggamay, and ang resulta na niya magka-power outage or insufficient source of power. So that's it. So before I end my discussion, so I want to leave this quote: "You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." That is by Jane Goodall. So that's it. Thank you.